was brought to his knees, and a guy who made things right, a guy who changed.
And the same thing is going to happen. This kid will not change. He will not.
The anti-doping agency has informed John Jones.
Right now, more than anything, just really disappointed.
He will get.
We've got to fight.
Anderson Silva stepping in for John Jones. That's it even.
It shows how much confidence he has in his ability.
I mean, I cannot even explain how happy I am about this fight. I know Anderson's going to bring against the GOAT. I get to go out there and try and impose my... I've reshifted my focus.
Let me just say this. That man, 21st time. Let's let him walk in. Cormier on 48 hours notices. Anderson of this sport is told, we will know one thing. There has never been,
and in many other people's as well. At one time, the best fighter living. First of all, that he was very confident and very relaxed taking it. He likes the fact that he doesn't have media. No obligations. He was very relaxed. He didn't have anything. Daniel Cormier, and at light heavyweight, he has been spectacular in the three.
To the man who helped to really put us on the map, Forrest Griffin, 3 minutes 20. Trainer said to me yesterday, Anderson is fast. He faces a man in Anderson Silva, who Bob Cook said is the greatest champion in UFC history. With his enemy, his arch enemy, his most bitter rival. He said immediately, no, Dana, I've worked so hard here because this man is a true competitor.
It feels like he's at his best right now and wants to compete. But what a different rare that a guy finds himself in that sort of a situation. Greatest of all time.
Crazy Bob Cook told me that the way was a great game plan that was going perfectly, started to go ahead, and now wants to peak against Anderson Silva.
Successfully at heavyweight, winning the Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix. Can't emphasize this enough. In going through his full camp of success, or I should say not so secret level.
Face the octagon, and he is the UFC. 37 years old. Anderson Silva for no cut at all. 198.5 once again. Bruce.
Heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 198. The middleweight champion, Anderson. And now introducing his opponent. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 206 pounds. Champion and the undisputed UFC
Daniel Cormier. Here we go! Tonight's Fight Clock brought to you by Bud Light. He's in the yellow trunks, the Brazilian colors. DC in the dark tape.
He's going to need to be to grind it out with Daniel Cormier for 5 rounds.
And DC, Joe, knows that. He's going to try to get inside us. And he's got it.
He definitely does not. Daniel is thick and powerful, and that's like this. Anderson trying to set up the right arm, eating some punches here on the ground with DC. I should correct myself. This is incredibly difficult for Anderson.
Whereas Anderson was supposed to fight a move.
He's getting stacked here by Daniel and Big.
Got a great ground game. He's got an excellent guard. It's going to be tested.
Half guard. Get Well, Anderson's doing a good job of utilizing the leg into those shots. He's taking that leg out of play and taking that
second UFC fight. Anderson trying to avoid too much damage here early. All DC so far. His record was 13-0 in those fights. Action going. Don't forget, following our paper, for our fans in Canada, flip over to TSN.
Shots in, but a lot of them have been partially blocked. And Anderson's really his utilization of the lockdown. But Daniel,
we've seen so many magnificent striking on that black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Daniel's crushing him here, particularly damaging so far in this first round.
Except perhaps the...
You can't try to exchange hands with him. Move a little bit.
Inside the octagon. Oh my.
Goes high with the head kick.
Expect to see Anderson try to put on a show here, but not Anderson can come from anywhere.
He's going to trap him here.
Cormier has owned this fight. Joey, you pointed out Anderson not taking a ton of damage.
And DC's looking to try to pass. Every time Anderson elevates that leg, they throw DC's balance. But Anderson, you know what, every kind of beating him up. There's nothing particularly devastating
that Daniel Cormier utilizes.
Anderson, if he keeps going, get around the side. And then Daniel became much more active when he realized he was going to bound towards his left side. Now Daniel's concentrating on
for Anderson Silva, especially on short notice.
Yeah, and sneak around towards the right. But the problem is Daniel's just a big and winds up on top. And he just is a mountain on hard, short elbows. And Anderson's trying to move, trying to go to the deep half.
He was going to just be a fan of this monumental event. Country. It took him a while to stand up at the end of round one. Over the years.
Good knee by Anderson.
Here we go. Full. What game you play with the Spider? Knowing Daniel Cormier.
Well, I could certainly see him wanting to test his skill.
Be smart, okay? Now, listen, when you're tá perfeito. O direto é o joelho.
Throw the cross and the knee.
Não para. Estou aqui. Solta o braço. Cuida esse direto do joelho. Vai embora.
UFC 200 sold out. T-Mobile Arena.
Kick with the right and leaping in the air and kicking with the left. And by Cormier. Anderson looking for that elbow.
Not only did Anderson take the, and he's had top position. And really, no.
Anderson keeps going to that lockdown defensively, but not offensively. But the crowd keeps booing.
And Daniel Cormier is great at smothering his. They keep adding up to the body.
And grab a hold of him like right there. It's very possible that Big John would stand him up. All Anderson has to do is hang on here.
Cormier throwing 2 minutes on the clock. Does the Spider? Is there a kick up the middle coming? Like 90 seconds now. Anderson is looking for that one opening.
Anderson's looking for that opening, but he's got to take some chances.
It might be the kick up the middle.
Good kick to the body. He hurt him.
30 seconds. 20 seconds. For the greatest of all time. And that man, Cormier, says, I'll fight anybody, even my Bud Light, raise one to right now.
Completed by Daniel Cormier. There's Silva trying to open up with somebody. See it right there. DC tried not to react to it, but that hurt him.
Brought to you by Metro PCS, and for a piece of UFC 200 fights, official rules at metropcs.com.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges, DC
with the winner, Daniel Cormier. Short notice, give us your thoughts on the fight and how it went down.
Fight Anderson Silva. I was a little nervous. He's so good. And
Anything surprising about fighting him?
he did a very good job of luck. I can't complain. I did what I had to do.
How did out of the competition?
I was sad. I've worked hard to fight Jones, do it, but I felt I needed to. Mentally it was draining. Everything was tough.
I'm here. Enjoy that, sir, because you've deserved it.
Aceitar essa luta com um grande lutador como ele, então tô pouco tempo.
Porque eu consegui colocar em prática a minha cirurgia, não treinei absolutamente nada, mas vale em tudo que vocês quiserem, desde que vocês tenham bem no coração. É isso.
You know, this is a proof that you can do anything that you want to, anything you put your mind.
Fighting at middleweight, give us your thoughts on how the fight went down and was there.
Eu tô acostumado a treinar com os caras muito pesados, né? O Jacaré, o próximo campeão aqui, galera, o Jacaré, não esqueça, mais pesado. Eu senti um pouco que eu tô sem treinar, sem absolutamente... durante toda a minha trajetória até aqui, todos estão de parabéns. É o campeão, eu vim aqui para lutar com ele, mas não desrespeitá-lo.
I'm used to training with heavier guys, my master Minotauro, Rogério Minotauro, Rafael Fei. For my teammates, everyone that's always been helping me, I really wasn't able to train my...
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everything.